Alright, I'm going to talk about something that's a pretty strange topic. It sounds fucking nuts, but it is what it is. I can't help but think that maybe I'm already dead. This is the afterlife. You know? It's like the old guy said earlier. He said, oh, it's heaven. I don't think it's heaven. It might be hell. Could be heaven. Just the simplest things could make this place feel like heaven. Just having a home, having love, being able to grow my garden. The simplest things. But it feels like hell in the absence of those things, and with all the targeting. What is to be a targeted individual, you know? I mean, the world just completely fucks with my head. I don't know what the hell I did that could have been so bad that it warranted me ending up in hell, but I'm not sure what else to make of it, though. I mean, it's kind of what it feels like. Because it's like everything. Well, I feel like well, imagine what it would be like to be a horse, like a stick tied to around your head, like a carrot dangling in front of your face. You know, that's kind of what it feels like. You're supposed to just keep going. You're walking forward. You're trying to get that fucking carrot, but you can never get to it. You can never get it. It's just fucking out of reach, you know? That's what it feels like. Being just stuck alone and looking everything you want, everything you need. It's just outside of reach, you know? You can't reach it. You can't get to it. You start walking in the direction of the shit you need, and it just fucking moves further and further away from you. I don't know what the fuck to do about it. It's like, fucking sucks, man. I mean, God, that sounds crazy. No, I'm not the only person that's spoke about this, but I mean, like the Mandela effect, for instance, like all the crazy weird shit that goes on in the world, it's impossible. If it was a physical world that was physically real, then none of this crap would be possible. It would be completely fucking impossible. Shit like the Mandela effect, especially, it would be impossible. Completely fucking impossible. Couldn't possibly be, you know? Like, okay, take The Simpsons, for instance, right? Predicting Trump's election 20 years ahead of time, predicting the Higgs-Boson equation, and all this other shit. Like, that would be impossible. Completely impossible. You know? If it was a real physical realm, you know? That would be impossible. Not just improbable, but completely impossible. I don't know what. Damn it, man. I don't know what to do. I can't fucking take this shit anymore, man. I call up this guy that's kind of like a caseworker for some shit that I having to deal with, you know? Because some guy fucking attacked me. The apartment that I had for a short time. I had this big dude, outweighs me by like 100 pounds. Just being abusive and being a jerk, and I knocked on his door to try to like say, hey, I don't like the way you're talking to me, you know? Right? And the guy tackled me and punched me over and over, and all I did was, like, when he finally took his hands off the ground, I tipped him off of me and went back to my room, and then I ended up getting taken away in a police car because I wouldn't narc him out because I'm not a fucking snitch bitch, you know? It's like I feel like telling somebody that the truth of the matter is that I'm totally falling apart, and I feel like, you know, I'm goddamn scared and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I have no idea. I feel completely lost, and I feel like without some kind of fucking miracle, I'm fucking screwed, basically. Just the fact that I even have any kind of roof over my head, that I'm laying in a bed right now, it feels like a goddamn miracle, you know? But I know, I see it coming, you know? Any day now, right? I'm liable to be in a situation where I don't even have a bed to lay in. It's like wherever you go, you're just going to be chased and chased and chased. I don't know what the hell to do, man. Just get a job. Yeah, right? Oh yeah, just get a job. Go get a paycheck that won't even pay for a goddamn motel room, hardly, you know? Just be stuck forever, basically, with nothing. Like, my own father, man, doesn't even care if I live or die, basically. He could have gave me a place to live fucking year ago or whatever, right? He couldn't even do that. He can't stop yelling at me and cussing me out for one goddamn minute. He pretends like he cares, but he doesn't, you know? And he's shown that. He's proven that he doesn't give a shit whether I live or die. Self-righteousness bullshit, man. I don't even know that fucking man anymore, dude. That's not my dad. I don't know what the hell he is. A fucking demon from the pits of hell or something. I mean, I don't know what the hell else to make of it. There's no fucking way this place is a real physical world, man. Because the shit that goes on here would be impossible if it was, you know? I think this must be the afterlife, but I can't imagine. I mean, it's got to be like hell or something, I guess. I wish it wasn't. Don't know what else to make of it. Dude, if I just had a home, just had one woman that loved me and cared about me and was there for me, one fucking person that cared if I live or die, one person that fucking gave a damn. I was always jealous of these guys that, like Garth, you know, my sister's husband, or the dude she was with. He was such a jerk, man. He treated her like shit. He was screaming and cussing her out and talked shit to me constantly. He would threaten to murder me right in, like over and over and over repeatedly right in front of my fucking mom and everyone, and they would just sit there with dumb fucking looks on their faces like they didn't even hear it or they didn't care, you know. I tried to tell anyone about it and they just acted like I was fucking nuts or whatever, just gaslight the fuck out of me, you know. But if that guy had a seizure or something, my sister was there to hold him, to pick him up or whatever. If that guy got sick, she was there to take him to the hospital. If that guy wanted a cigarette, she'd roll it for him. The guy, or she'd go buy it for him, you know. That guy had a home that she provided because she was cool, man. I see all these people. I see that sort of shit all the time, man. I've always, I mean, like girls I dated in the past were all like, they always had these exes, right? That they stayed with these dudes for like 10, 15, 20 years or something, man. Some guy that was a completely abusive fucking prick, you know? Put their fucking head through walls and just treated him like dog shit. They treated that dude like a king, you know? Like a fucking king. And me, you know, I like with a woman like that, I'm fucking writing poetry and singing songs and cooking meals for her and opening fucking doors, and she's cold. I'd give her my coat, I'd give her the shirt off my back, but I can't get a fucking one fucking tiny iota of the kind of love and affection that these total assholes get for nothing. Fuck, man. Straight up jealous, man. By the time I get to a woman, she's so fucking jaded from some asshole that she dedicated her whole fucking being to. Treated him like a fucking king for 10, 15 fucking years, you know? And by the time I come around, it's like, if I can even get with a woman in the first place, by the time I come around, she'd leave my ass at the drop of a dime. If I raise my voice once or I say something stupid or something, it's fucking over like that, you know? Blink of an eye. Crazy. I mean, I'm not fucking perfect, man. I can't. I'm gonna pretend like I'm perfect, but like, I mean, I know I'm a screw up. I know I'm not fucking perfect, but there's a hell of a lot of dudes that are way fucking worse than I am. A lot of them that are getting pampered and treated like fucking kings by these goddamn angels, man. Where's my fucking angel? You know? How come these angels care so much about saving these total fucking assholes, but they don't give a shit about me? If I'd had like one decent woman like a year ago, I could have been paying half her fucking rent the whole time. Probably still would have had like 30 or 40 grand left. If I'd had a home, I could have, God damn. I mean, I cook, I clean, I'm a protector. I would provide. I would do whatever it fucking took, man. I'm strong. I'm smart. Well, I guess stupid is as stupid does. So maybe I'm dumb in that sense. I guess like a fucking idiot with the drinking and shit. But well, fuck, man. A lot of that is just because I'm so frustrated and I'm so fucking alone. I'm so sick of being alone. You know, I don't have anyone who cares. You know. I'm just tired, man. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of just having no one who gives a shit about me. Dudes don't know how fucking lucky they are, man. I guess I'm lucky because I have a roof over my head of any kind right now in a motel, but it beats the hell out of sleeping in a car. But that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Fuck, man, I would do anything to be loved, to have a woman that gave a shit about me, that actually cared about me, that was there for me. God, I'd give my fucking left nut. I'd give my leg. I'd cut off my fucking ear and present it to her like Van Gogh or some shit, man. If I thought I would, it sounds like a nut saying that, but like I understand that, because that's the level of appreciation. You know, like you do anything. Like I get that. People know about Van Gogh, right? That's thought of as just being batshit crazy, but I get it. I get what he was, trying to say with that, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't actually, I think that's pretty fucking nuts, but obviously, but I get it though, is what I'm saying. You see this, so many people, like, they have something that money can't buy, that, nothing. I don't know. I guess I wish that I'd never hooked up with any of the women that I did in the past. I wish that maybe I just stayed a virgin or something, because at least I'd be like more pure when the right one comes along, if that ever happened. But the ones from women in my past weren't the right ones, then I shouldn't have been with them. I never should have been with them. A lot of experience, but what fucking good is it? I'm just left alone. What good is it having that experience if I'm just left alone, you know? One of my last girlfriends, as screwed up as this is from back in like 2012 or something. No, yeah, 2010 maybe actually. I think the last time I had an actual girlfriend, like I actually call my girlfriend, was like 2012 or something. But dude, I mean, that's one of the things that just gets crazy. Sort of a targeted individual sort of a thing, you know? I used to end up with these women that were like, dude, the last chick I dated, when I showed up at her apartment, I mean, it was the most disgusting. I'm trying to paint you a picture here, man. I went to go to the bathroom, and her toilet seat was black. But let me explain something. It wasn't supposed to be black. It was a white toilet seat, but it was stained black from just encrusted, dried on layers of like blood and shit that were just totally had coated the entire fucking seat. So I had to clean that. Like there was cat shit all over the floors and just garbage and rotting fucking bits of food that had been there for months, and she would refuse to use any sort of cleaning supplies. She's like, vinegar will do it. Like if she ever tried to clean anything, she'd insist on using vinegar. Yeah, because that's a great cleaner. I love to clean things with something that smells like rotten fruit. That's wonderful. It was fucking disgusting. It was the most disgusting place I've ever been in my life, basically. Like I'd never seen anything like that in my life, hardly. The place was fucking gross, man. And the chick, man, when I finally I cut it off with her because I just couldn't handle it, the fucking mess, and she was kind of a mess, and what was it? She ended up dating some old guy that was like in his 50s, fat, fucking. I guess he had a boat. Next thing I know, she's posting pictures, putting fucking gay pride flags on her fucking profile and shit. Like, what the fuck? I date some other chick. God, what was her name? Not Elizabeth. No, before Elizabeth, there was this chick that when I broke up with her, as weird as it sounds, probably to most dudes, I broke up with her because she wanted to have a fucking threesome. That's most guys' dream, I guess. But I didn't want to share her. And she wasn't ready for any kind of monogamous relationship, so I was like, I broke up with her, and like a month or so later, I was wondering, what she's up to. I just started thinking about her, and I looked at her profile, and she was posting all this shit back and forth to some guy pretending to be a Saudi prince or something. And she was calling herself Natasha, like, what? Which is not her name. So I sent her some message on there. It was like, saying I was Boris, we must get the moose and squirrel. I remembered. And there's this chick, Rachel. Rachel probably like the hottest chick I ever dated. I mean, I'd slept with some chicks that weren't that hot, but never actually dated them, you know. Rachel was like, and probably still is to this day, from what I goddamn supermodel looking, you know. And she was awake, you know. She was pretty fucking awake, like more awake than any chick I've ever been with before. But you couldn't get her to turn her eyes to a screen to watch anything. She was awake, but she was completely opposed to television or anything, which means that I couldn't get her to watch a documentary or a YouTube video or anything. So kind of hard to like wake her up the rest of the way. But she started going like kind of batshit toward the end, and she wanted me to download fucking Blavatsky books for her. Like, what? She kind of went dark side. I was stupid to break up with her, man. I was just so goddamn self-confident, and, you know, a big fucking ego got built up from dating a chick like that, you know. I actually broke up with her. Goddamn, that was fucking stupid. Just seriously, hottest chick I ever dated. Looked like a damn supermodel. Rachel. She probably still does. She had some psycho fucking ex or whatever that stalked her constantly. Freemason, you know. So he is like finding ways to. He called my mom's husband's phone, like he got that number somehow. You know, I thought he was using some kind of you know, private investigator or something to get that number. But when I think back on it, I realize that the reality is probably that she must have been calling him. She must have went into the living room at some point, borrowed his phone, and called the dude. That's probably why he had the number in reality. It never dawned on me until years later. I was like, oh. Dude was a psycho, man. Like, major psycho. He like busted her car window out with a baseball bat. He'd break in the window of her apartment, you know. God. He was sending me death threats and shit, you know. Always having to watch my back. But it's been like that with most of the chicks I've ever been with. And they always have some sort of like super psycho ex that's like completely psychotic and dangerous and shit. I've always got to be looking over my shoulder at all times, basically. But I mean, I guess I get used to that because it's been like that for so long. If I was able to get out of here, you know, go somewhere else, maybe I could feel halfway safe for a little while. Actually be able to rest, be able to go to sleep, and not have to feel like I have to sleep with one eye open, you know, at all times. I feel like I gotta sleep with my eyes open because there's always this like looming threat of somebody gonna fucking attack me or something. I hate that shit, man. Just feeling like so goddamn isolated. This is one dude's channel, guy's name Regato Bonner. He talks about some of the or he did. He deleted almost all his videos though, so that sucks because he had a ton of great videos on like being a targeted individual and what it's like, you know. I mean, that guy's been through the fucking ringer. He had this one experience where he went to go try to buy a camper to live in, you know, and the dude, you know, was basically a perp, the guy that was pretending he was going to sell him the camper. And he gets in there, and the guy, like, I guess leaves the camper, and the camper burst into flames. And he had to bust a window out, crawl out a window to get away. Ended up in the burn unit, you know. There's this other dude that's, like, definitely a straight up targeted individual named Brian, Network 126 or whatever. That guy's like super targeted, but he fights through it, man. He goes on, and he just, dude holds down like 2 fucking jobs. He's paying to rent some fucking camp trailer to live in on the side of the road in California, driving a fucking Uber and doing janitorial work and shit full time, basically. I don't know how the fuck he does it, man. I think, I don't know. I don't know how I fucking do it. I mean, I don't know. I haven't sunk that low, but I'm probably pretty goddamn close to it, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now. I've always had a home my whole fucking life. And just except this last year, basically, I've been staying in a motel because that's all I could do, you know? My mom's gone and my dad don't give a damn if I fucking live or die, basically. He cut me out of his will and everything. I mean, what I'm diagnosed with so far is Tourette's syndrome, social anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, ADHD, I guess depression. But I know that I'm probably like autistic or something, you know? Probably on the spectrum, Asperger's or something, probably. Probably got a whole slew of fucking what they would call disorders or whatever. I've never held down a long-term job in my entire life, man. When I was younger, I used to do all these like moving jobs and stuff like that, and I'd make money building computers. You know, I'd get a bunch of computer parts and stuff, and I'd put them together and build computers and stuff from like old broken computers. I'd get a bunch of, you know, old broken computers, and I would, you know, strip out the parts, and I'd build new computers and set them up, sell them. I did some web design and stuff, and I'd fix people's computers and stuff like that. Sometimes I get paid to teach people how to use a computer or to post things online for them and stuff like that. And I did a bunch of moving jobs, but now I'm older and I have these injuries and stuff. I'm starting to get like arthritis and fibromyalgia and carpal tunnel, and my feet, my ankles are fucked up, my wrist is fucked up, my hand is fucked up. All these old broken bones and shit, you know, injuries that are haunting me basically. So I don't think I'd be that great at moving jobs anymore. Because when I was younger, I was stupid. I was always like having to show off how strong I was and shit. I did this one moving job. I went to do a temp job where I worked at this motel, and I was carrying furniture and setting up furniture in all these rooms and stuff. And I picked up this big fucking heavy couch, like basically by myself, because like I don't need no help, you know. Other people were like, take two people would carry the fucking thing. I just picked the thing up by myself. Went and got on the elevator, rode up and just walked it into the room, and big fucking couch. I just fucking picked it up by myself. And I messed my wrist up pretty good doing that. That injury has followed me around ever since, you know. Because I do stupid shit, you know. Just because like I was always very strong, you know, but I would be stupid because I just felt like I had to wanted to show off or something, or exhibit my strengths and stuff, you know. So I'd pick up big heavy shit by myself, no help all the time, you know. Because look how studly I am, you know. And I fucked myself up doing that, you know. I'm paying for it now. Broken fucking bones in my feet and fucked up ankles, fucked up wrist, fucked up hand. And I do stupid shit, you know. Let out my frustration, I would punch a freezer door. Just go punch the crap out of a freezer door with my bare hands. This old freezer. And I broke my fucking knuckles numerous times doing shit like that. And now I pay for it, you know. I hurt my hand. I think I busted my hand or fucked my hand up again the other day when I drank too goddamn much, and I, believe it or not, I was going to go try to bring a couple cans of beans to a homeless person, and I ran out. I ran back, you know, in the grass, and I tripped in a hole or something, broke my fucking foot, and I lost my dentures, fell and whacked my fucking head on the ground. I kind of caught myself, but I fucked my hand up. You know, I was like during the day yesterday, man, I'd hold my phone for a little while, and then I just feel like, I don't know, carpal tunnel or something, to where I would just drop the phone, because I couldn't even hold the damn thing because my hand is fucked up. It would just carpal tunnel or something kick in, you know, and I just lose motor function. God, I feel so fucking stupid for the goddamn drinking bullshit. What was it last time? I think I went like about 5 days, I guess, without a drink. Made my first sale on eBay, but I got screwed, man. I sold this out of $26. Like, eBay stole $6. The post office charged me $10 for the shipping, so I ended up only making $10 out of 26. I got fucking screwed. I posted a bunch of stuff for sale on there. Of course, I got a whole bunch of other stuff for sale too now. But I haven't had any luck selling shit. Not really. I mean, I just get screwed, basically. Got a ton of